gentlemen, you have just joined the Punisher Show. It's going to be a really, really, really big show today. Might I introduce you to a man of wealth and taste? Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Woo-hoo! I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many man's soul and faith. Woo-hoo! Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Woo-hoo! What's puzzling you? I know what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Woo-hoo! Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm the Punisher. Been around for a long, long day, ladies and gentlemen. Punisher's been around for a long, long time. Yeah, you may have seen him on YouTube, X, Instagram. Allow me to shake your hand. 64 years ago, yesterday she was 4 years old. Tina was sitting in her grandma's house, watching as the world turns. When the news interrupted the show to reveal that JFK had been assassinated, and the world changed that day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Punisher Show on this Sunday. And let me go down the board. Wow. The 6 a.m. Eastern Daily Worldwide Prayer now for 15 minutes. Let's all say a prayer for, oh my gosh, for Tina Peters. And please pray for Lily. She's 7 and she's battling cancer now for years. I love you all so much. Might everybody say a little silent prayer? Please also say a prayer for the Punisher. At all our armed forces and all our armed forces, we love you so very much. Thank you for those kind words, and thank you for initiating the prayer for this poor soul. 555, may their guardian angels. Please also pray for Sabrina girl. We love you, Sabrina. Okay. Is Sabrina okay? Good evening. I pray for all. All right. Linda says Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned. Old news. Gone. I was excited for this live. I showed up a day early, says Tracy Wu, yesterday morning. Love you all so much and welcome, Patriots, to the Punisher Show. Great, Tracy Wu. Always good to see you. Yeah. Klamath Falls, Oregon in the house. Okay, that stuff. Linda, Tracy, you're a beautiful star. Tina says, Linda, Tracy, love you, beautiful sisters, so much. Okay. Much love to all our beautiful family, to our beautiful Punisher. Thank you. There's a whole lot of love going on in here today. I love it. Whoa, what's that? No extra wind today. No rain. Other than being cold, it's not too bad. Cold in Michigan too. Lions won, Susan says. Great. I already read Tina's note about 64 years ago. I sang it as a ballad. Just watched the movie Nuremberg tonight. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it is very good. Don't ruin it. I'm gonna watch it. Don't worry. Remember now, beloved JFK. Might I remember myself? I was doing so much good here for the nation. Today is a 22nd anniversary of my car explosion on the 405 South by Getty Center, Los Angeles. My Akita and I survived without a scratch. Divine protection. Holy cow! How did your car blow up? Hello, Marjorie. Hello, my Punisher family. She says. Okay. Lois says, hello to my favorite Mr. Punisher. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Marjorie, Carol, Lois, Linda, Tina. Hello, everybody's saying their hellos. Brian's on the net. How about Margie and Brian are here at the same time? That's a pleasure to see you both at the same time. Okay, Tracy's given all sorts of love there. JFK, you know what I know what the American people do know it. Happy Sunday, sir. Usually in watching the Broncos during our shows, I'm thinking your shorts. What? I'm liking your shorts lately. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Big group hugs. Subversive. Love you, Punisher. Go Punisher. Thank you. Marjorie, does this say anything about me that this is the highlight of my week? Well, it says something to me. It says that you love the show, you love the Punisher family, you love this amazing talent here that's before you. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being excited for this show. Nuremberg was good. I didn't see that say Newberg was good. Nuremberg, I guess you mean. When I hear somebody say that's good, that doesn't sound like it's good. I want to know if it was really, really, really good, like a really big shoe like this one. I heard it's really good, not just good. There's too many levels of the word good. You need to say exceptional, outstanding, freaking amazing, you know. Thank POTUS JFK. Mr. Punisher is the coolest, says Susan. Thank you. Yes, we. Oh, Brian, looks like the North Carolina squad are all here. Yep, you are here. Colorado Mama. How about the request for the new judges? Guess they might be just in need for the new trial. Okay. All right. I think I'm mostly caught up here. Brevity. We are living Nuremberg. Let's see. Jewel Bennett. Night. All right. Good night, Jewel. Okay. Not seeing any other stray voltage here, but let's see. Okay. Jason's being philosophical there. I would rather be a good man than a great man. Look, I'd like to be both. Okay. I don't need to dissect it up. Yeah. I see your new do, says Susan. What new do? Somebody get a new do? My new do? We got to do it backwards. There we go. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Evolutionist says, oh no, I also have an oh no, Mr. Bill. Okay. Finally caught alive again. Excuse me. Haircut. Okay. People are very, very observant. Didn't think it was, I guess that's, yeah, look at that beautiful hair. Look how it swoops back. Yeah, that's right. I got it cut today, ladies and gentlemen. I went to the groomer. I had to bring in my shot records and everything, but they gave me a nice sporty haircut. Punisher, I noticed, Ma'am Donnie and your fine self share the same taste in jewelry, so I do hope the rings are silver. That's interesting. All right. I suppose you can always say there's now you can say that I have more in common with him than President Trump. President Trump said they have one thing in common. They both seek a better New York. Well, I would say I have to agree with that. I would seek a better New York. Whether he can do it's another story, but I would seek that. And second, I guess if I like a nice ring and it's made of silver, well, who cares if we share the same thing there? So that's great. Tina says, I love your beautiful haircut. You always look so wonderful. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Affordability was the word of the day. Let's see. Woo-hoo. Dawn says it's shorter. I guess she means my hair. Haircut, yeah, it's shorter. Okay, okay, yeah. Don't it make my brown eyes blue? That's it. That haircut, doesn't it make my brown eyes blue? Look at that. Okay, silver's great, and even the hair silver. Yes, I kind of am sporting a bit of silver in color, you might say. I haven't said on my license or any other form that my hair is brown. I haven't said that in a long, long time. And you know what? I don't care. I will grow gray gracefully. Grow gray gracefully. That's almost a tongue twister. G3, GGG, grow gray gracefully. Everybody embrace their grayness. That's what you should do. Never colored my hair. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Not gonna do. Tina says, Punisher, I love those rings you had on the other day. Would you explain the meaning behind them, please? The meaning behind those rings, which I don't have on tonight, is just that I want to look badass. There you go. That's it. One of them did look Celtic, though, and the other one had a skull. So if I ever have to put a stamp on somebody's face, I'm going to ram it with the skull. My hair looks chrome. It was brown, Previty says. I quit coloring at Thanksgiving 3 years ago, and it's as long as Crystal Gale's was. Don't it make her brown hair gray? Tell me some stories, tell me no lies. Do 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 do. I've got somebody new, and don't it make my brown eyes blue? Yep. Yeah, I know all those old tunes. Yep. Yeah, we've talked about those before. Like, and when she lets her hair hang down. When she do. Oh, when she lets me know that she's a woman. And nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. Tina said, great answer. I love it. I don't know who you're talking to. Nikki, I used my grocery money to buy a Tiffany silver bracelet with a little cross on it yesterday. It's worth 10 times what I paid. The lady selling it said that she wanted it gone. Her cheating ex bought it. So you got a good deal, and all you have to do is skip a few meals for it. Okay. I'm glad you got what you needed. You can't always get what you want. Sometimes, if you try real hard and give up your food money, you just might find you get what you need. Ow, ow, you get what you need. Why were dividend checks put off until 2026? You talk about the 2000? Well, they got to get into 2026 past that next bill. That's why. If you're talking about the 2000. And that's going to go to people, I don't know what the bracket is, but it's going to go to people who make under a certain level of income. Yes. So congratulations for those that can use that $2,000 when it comes in. It'll be a nice little surprise. Maybe you can do something special, maybe pay off some stuff, maybe do something special. Yeah, time it to lead into the midterm elections. You might have a point there. Oh, Tina says, great answer was for your Punisher about the rings. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, that's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. Look at this, about a gangster. Turn into a gangster. Threshold is under 100K. That's what Colorado Mama says. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Threshold for receiving the $2,000 is under 100K for those people that need it the most. So that's wonderful news. Yeah, Chris would have been better. I'm sure. I know. Marjorie Cook says, yeah, I definitely think it'll be held off to the midterm. Well, yeah, probably so. And if so, okay, look on the bright side. You're going to still get it. And look on the brighter side. Perhaps we bring a few over for the midterm elections, enough to pull things off. I can tell you, I'm not going into these midterms with a lot of confidence. Remember the last time? Oh, the big red wave is going to sweep through. And we were bamboozled. So the biggest problem we have as Republicans is that people won't freaking get out and vote on the critical ones. They get out and vote pretty darn good on the presidential one, as we just did, but you got to get out for these other ones. You got to get out for the senators and congressmen and women. You got to do it. Yep. Shenanigans. Yeah. Ileana says, does the disabled population get 2,000? I think what we just heard was that anybody 100K or less. So that means you should, if you're, yeah. Marjorie says, I just pray that we take the midterms. I agree that people only vote for the big ones. Yeah, exactly right, Marjorie. Let's get out and do it. Let's get out and do it, ladies and gentlemen. If everybody on here that represents every state just gets out and tells their friends, you got to do it, just tell the good ones. Yeah, you got to get out there and vote, man. We got to get this thing out there. Right now, Punisher Channel's really, really big. It's a really big show. It's exploding. It's exploding, ladies and gentlemen. I told you. Yeah, we have to control the House and Senate. We got to continue to control the House and Senate. And then I've lost track a little bit of those that are not running again. So we got to watch those. And of course, we also have to pick up that loss. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a loss, ladies and gentlemen. We got to pick that back up. Got to pick that back up too. So, President Trump was at least graceful. He's gotten much better this time around. Now he said Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she screwed the pooch on that, and he wouldn't take all of her crazy calls. But then at the end, you know what he said? He said, "But I thank her for her service and her help during those times." Okay, that's good, and send her out the door. Hey, how about wobble and gobble 2 turkeys from right here where we live in North Carolina to the White House? Did they already do the turkey thing? I forget. Did they already spare the turkeys? If they did, I missed it. Or is that like this week, like the next day or so? Give those turkeys a little cut, pushing it to the line right there. Those poor turkeys. Wonder if turkeys have internal gambling like the NBA or the NBA. Yeah, wobble and gobble. How about wobble and gobble 2 turkeys from right here? What about? What's it? I want Trump to post, "Where is Durham?" What do you want? We welcome for their service. Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. Wobble and gobble 1. I'm sorry. Our turkeys were named Crispy and Cream. Yeah, I just got a turkey today. Little baby butterball. Little baby butterball. Because I don't need a big turkey. AQ is saying, hello, are you there, my people? My screen is frozen. Yes, we are here. We are here, and we see you loud and clear. Brian says, telling the military not to follow the commander in chief is like me telling my grandkids don't eat ice cream. Actually, it's like you telling your grandkids to not listen to their parents. That's what it's like. But I understand what you're saying. They will still do it and look at the requests are like they are, which are there. It's absolutely bad juju what the Democrats did with that most ridiculous, childish freaking ad. And then coming from a freaking astronaut, an astronaut who was a war veteran, who was an 06 in the Navy, which is a captain or a colonel in the Army, a master freaking pilot, and an astronaut who was on the space station for a long time, to come out and be in that stupid ad telling people they don't have to listen to, in their words, unlawful orders without saying any unlawful order. They don't even know which one they're talking about. So they don't even have one. You know, at least have one. At least say, we believe X order was illegal. But I served 20 years. And in my 20 years, I never received an order that I had to, that I found questionable. Okay. And you would know it. You would know which order, by the way. If your commander come out and said, hey, I want you to go across the street and kill that old lady, pretty good chance you can ignore that order, okay? And probably want to report that person. But we're talking about these people. You know what we know? We know what they're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. We know what they're talking about. It's a combination of ice stuff, and the other is blowing up them freaking drug lord boats. And guess what? Continue to blow them up. I don't care. They would rather give these people a pass and risk their own children and grandchildren getting killed with these horrible fentanyl drugs than taking out a person whose life is meaningless to me. Drug lord, stuff it up your behind. I take great pleasure in seeing your boat blown to smithereens. Blown to smithereens. Ah! In fact, I've been meaning to take a few of those explosions and put them to the beat. Put them to the beat. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another go. And another go. Another one bites the dust. Hey. Keep blowing them up. Pete Hegseth, do as the commander says. Pass it on down to the people with dropping those bombs and take them out. Doot, doot, doot. Another drug lord bites the dust. Doot, doot, doot. Another drug lord bites the dust. And another goes down, and another goes down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, can I sit by you? Another one rides the bus. And threw in a little Weird Al at the end there. Like a surgeon cutting, excuse me, cutting for the very first time. Remember that? Like a surgeon, all your heartbeat, whoa, next to mine. I heard when he did the Madonna Surgeon one, by the time he did that, she almost felt left out so that he hadn't done one of her songs yet. So she was ecstatic that he did one of her songs. Oh, yes, I'm fat. I'm fat. Don't want no Captain Crunch. Don't want no Raisin Bran. And even no kids are starving in Japan. Just eat it. Carol, says you're a smart man, Brian. What did I miss here? Brian Cook, the only order I was given in my 26 years and 11 deployments that I was ready to disobey was taking the COVID shot. Yep, there you go. I'll tell you one order that I would, that I thought had I ever been issued that I would want it to disobey, and that's that I had zero desire to get on one of them freaking Osprey helicopter airplane things. The things don't even look designed to freaking fly. I'm sure glad I was never on any kind of mission where I had to get on one of those to put me to the test, because I didn't want to get on that piece of crap. The Osprey. Tina says, love that song. Is that the one? I know you're really, really young man. Don't want no Captain Crunch. Don't want no Raisin Bran. Yeah, they're the weirdest looking planes. They just don't look fit for flight. Okay, they don't look fit for flight. Fortunately, never had to worry about that. But I did have to take some anthrax shots. Tina says, you always crack me up and you make me laugh and make me feel so good. I love you so much, Punisher. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Pure blood patriot. No jabs. I do not consent to this Kim. There you go. What's the latest news on silver? The latest news on silver is bye, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Bye, 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 bye. Reminds me of a song. I'm going to be buying some. I suggest you buy some too. I'm told by a very important source that silver is the way to go, ladies and gentlemen. I am told. It takes a special kind of person to be in the military, and I'm not the one, as I struggle with orders. Right, Brian? Uh-oh, Brian. Is she not obeying your orders? I'm just kidding, of course. I know you wouldn't administer any bad orders. Bad girl. Yes, Punisher is always entertaining at every level. Thank you. Carrie came out of nowhere and said the Punisher is the character in chief. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Punisher, aka character in chief. Walter, tell Request a happy treat. He's not in here right now. He's not in here. When he doesn't dig it and doesn't feel like coming on out, I don't pressure him. And then word on the street is that he's getting a little porky. He gets a little porky, then how am I supposed to bribe him with treats to come out here if I'm not supposed to give him any treats? Not so many. So it's a bit of a catch-22, you might say. I can't lure him out here at the promise of treats and then not give him any treats, right? That would be bad juju. We love your sidekick. Thank you. By the way, I'm already kind of decorated up for Christmas. Look back there, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Christmas truck here. We have the Santa sitting by the fire. Doesn't even have his cap on. We got some lights there. Yeah, we do. And might I show you this too, ladies and gentlemen? This gives you the whole perspective of things. Look at there. Yeah. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Punisher's very, very festive, you might say. Punisher's very festive. Elf is on the shelf. And if that elf gets out of line, I'm going to freaking thump him in the head. Okay, I don't. Elf on the shelf. That elf is on that shelf. I'm going to make him come to life. I'll be posting something later. Dawn says you can't lie to your dog. You said exactly what I was getting at. Is you can't go entice him with treats and then not come through. That would be lying to the dog, and that wouldn't be good, and I'd feel bad. I already feel bad if I can't give him a treat anyway. His little tail's always going little. Sometimes I say, I'm going to give you a treat anyway. Shh. And then I do it. And he ain't fat, by the way. He ain't fat just because he can't fit through the He can't fit through the gauge for his fatness, by the way, was his ability to go through the slats in the pool fence. And for some reason, he can't force himself through anymore. So perhaps there is a little truth to it. He comes through and he goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then I got to go open the gate. Just change his name to Beaver. Yep. Yeah, Walter might like a little beaver. Oh, by the way, I have news for everybody here. Since we were going back and forth about how old Walter was. Walter turned 4 in the year 2025. So he turns 5 June 26th of 2026. Okay, so just got a year back. I know we seemed to think he was 5 the other day. Nope, he's just 4 and a half almost. 4 and a half, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I'm glad too. I need him as long as possible. I need that poor boy. I need that poor boy. I need him forever. Don't make me bring up a tear now. Don't make me bring up a tear. Anybody watch The Landman? Billy Bob Thornton almost spilt a tear today. If you're up with it, watching episode 2 of season 2, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Marjorie says, great impression of Walter through the gate, going through the gate. Yeah. Did everybody see that? Yep, that's a true statement. Like Billy Bob. Yep, he said in a recent interview that in his early life, they told him he wasn't Southern enough. He's like, geez, I just fell off a turnip truck. And you're telling me I'm not country enough, not Southern enough. You know, he wrote, directed, and starred in Sling Blade. Mm-hmm. I know what you did. Mm-hmm. By the way, he worked at a lawnmower shop, come to think of it. Mm-hmm. Hell, he may have greased the skids for Jed. Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about. You might notice a resemblance between Jed and Sling Blade. The only difference is that Jed has a high capacity IQ. He's as smart as a whip. He has an IQ of 132. Not too bad, not too shabby. Yep. He married Angelina Jolie. Yeah, one of his worst mistakes ever. And then they shared blood vials for necklaces. Woohoo! Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. Yeah, Marjorie, if you're not into Landman and Tulsa King, you should be watching both those, ladies and gentlemen. Apple TV for Landman, that's correct. Oh, and my gosh, The Last Frontier, but is really good. But I would have to say Landman and Tulsa King, just so you don't have too much in your queue that you can't keep up with. Yeah, good thing he split from Angelina. Yeah, a long time ago. Hell, she's done split up a couple times since then. Brad Pitt, why did he never stay with Jennifer Aniston? That's where he should have stayed anyway. Last year, my dog Bobo ate some chicken poop and threw up for 20 days, not eating. I gave him ivermectin. The next day he was eating. He's fat now. Praise God. I thought he was going to die. Well, I'm glad he didn't. But I think I would have taken him to the vet long before then. 20 days is a long time. I would have been very worried. Woo-hoo. Chrissy says, hi, hello, Mr. Punisher. Thank you. Hello back. Yeah, Brad couldn't control himself. You know what he did? He was in that movie where he and Angelina Jolie were the Mr. and Mrs. Smith is what it was. That's what happened on the set. Healthcare price cuts act tomorrow. Swing. Okay. They also had that bill against socialism. They actually got like 80 something Democrats to vote for that. Thank God that there's still people on the Democrat side that are against socialism. I stand corrected. Paramount Plus. Is that right? All right. The Frontier one. The Last Frontier is the one on Apple. You're right. I mix those two. I mix them up all the damn time too. Netflix and Paramount Plus, which is kind of under Prime, by the way. You get it through the Prime thing. Tina says, I love Sling Blade. I know what you did. Yeah. Sounds a whole lot like Jed, doesn't he? I'll cross my fingers too for some kind of relief. Let's hope we get it. Look, this is something that shouldn't be one party or the other. They should both be so interested in fixing healthcare. And I think that the Republicans have gotten a bunch of Democrats on board with one concept, and that's to make sure the money doesn't go to the insurance companies and it goes to the people. Whoa, imagine that. What a concept. What a concept that would be. I mean, who could possibly not want it to go to the people? Man in the mirror. Yep. By the way, the reason I was on the Rolling Stones kick is because on Netflix is a Rolling Stone series of 4 episodes. I guess it was from 2022, but it just came to Netflix. It was on FX channel or something a while back, and you had to buy it. Very good, very good. And it goes in order. It says Mick Jagger, and then I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden. Yeah, Keith Richards. Yeah, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, the drummer that has passed, and yeah, I know them all. They're just slipping my mind right now. Ken, whatever, Ken, and the drummer. Insurance companies suck. I am so thankful for TRICARE. I can tell you that. For those that have served, you know about TRICARE. Yeah. TRICARE has been very, very good to me. Question of the night. Why didn't the monetary system allow any transactions last night from late Saturday until this morning? Bueller? I was making transactions, so I don't know. I hear what you're saying. Democrats don't want it, but some of them are on board. So it's clearly not all of them. Brad Pitt, not handsome. He's not tall or dark haired. Well, I don't particularly go that way, but I thought he was a handsome looking gentleman. Definitely looked better than me. So there's that. Wait till you turn 65. TRICARE for life is a joke. Oh, great, Brian. I've already heard about that part 2 thing I got to figure out. Great. Are you making anything special for Thanksgiving, Punisher? I hadn't even thought about that potato salad. The problem is that there's so much crap made, then none of it gets eaten. So it's going to be kind of the basics one here. There will be a turkey. There will be some smashed potatoes. I usually say mashed potatoes, but today I feel like saying smashed potatoes. Maybe I'm a Rachel Ray thing, smashed potato. There will be some stuffing. There will be some cranberry sauce. There will be some corn. There will be some gravy. There will be some drinking. And who the hell else knows? I'm sure there's a dessert thrown up in there. Tina says Brad Pitt does not look better than you, Punisher. Thank you for that, Tina. I'll pay you the same amount as usual. Okay. Green bean casserole. I don't do that. But I did hear I saw it on Fox, in fact, that's one of the most popular things to bring. Yeah. And I don't like sweet potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. So those sweet potatoes with little marshmallows on them. None of that for me. Broccoli casserole, that sounds delish, especially if it's got cheese in it. Tina says, don't forget the weed, Punisher. I'm sorry, but I cannot imbibe in the weed. But by all means, indulge. I think our leadership in Washington, D.C. is sipping off the magic dragon. Who are you talking about? Banana pudding, pumpkin pie. I do love some banana pudding. Oh man, give me some. I'm gonna put on my Barry White voice for that, because I just loves me some banana cream pudding with some vanilla wafers. Yep, I could switch over to Elvis for that one. I do. I like some vanilla wafers there on my banana cream pudding. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he never caught a rabbit. Ain't no friend of mine. Oh. I never told us what you're drinking tonight. Well, let me tell you what I'm drinking tonight. I'm drinking Bulleit. A friend gave me this little flask of booze. Turns out it's basically an old fashioned. He says they sell this barrel, a 2-liter barrel on Amazon. You fill it full of, not full, but you fill it full of your bourbon of choice. Bulleit was what this guy used. Put a couple of bottles in there, and then you just put a little bit of real maple syrup, some bitters. Well, that sure is sounds like basically the ingredients for an old fashioned. And then you give it a turn every day, half a turn every day, and over the course of 20 days or so, you have this. Tastes good. The only thing I'm not sold on is it tastes like an old fashioned, which I can make in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So try sweet potatoes with dry mustard and brown sugar. Butter is added. No. If you like them, eat them. That's what I say. Smoke them if you got them. Black Friday banking down, I'll be buying shit. But I don't get out on the early thing. So if anybody's doing that stuff, Lois has her Arnold Palmer tonight. If you're doing any Black Friday stuff, be careful. Crazies out there. If it's worth it to you to go get an 88-inch TV for $2.99, go there at 4 a.m. and go through the crowds. Do it. Man, TVs these days are freaking cheap. I literally saw like I think it was 86-inch TV at Walmart for like $499. I'm like, holy cow. I mean, it's almost we're going to get to a point where you go to pick up your TV and they pay you back. Yeah. Roasted 23-pound turkey. Within the turkey, homemade stuffing, butternut squash, homemade mashed potatoes with gravy. Who needs more than that until Margie makes her black iron skillet apple pie? Mm. Carol Wheelis, I agree with you. I will not be out. I did it one time. It was actually at a PX on base. It wasn't terribly bad, except for I got there early in the morning. Had to get up, sit out there in the freezing ass cold, wait in the line to get a laptop for like $60 off. That was definitely like 20 years ago. Never done it again. Not going to do it. Marjorie's selling her true skillet pie. True that. Skillet pie is the bomb. All right. Okay. Turkey or tacos? Well, do what you like. I love tacos. Hell, take a whole lot less work. That's for sure. Yeah. Both great shows. I agree, Punisher. Yes. Yeah. Tulsa King. Yeah, I told you he's gonna. I told you what I was gonna do to you. Now you come after me. You come after me, and you're gonna be paying the price. You're gonna be paying. I told you once before. I told you what's gonna happen. There's a lot of people out here that can't afford Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's a true statement, and we feel for them. And a lot of places give out at least free turkeys. They always did that in the Army. We do that at work still now. That's only a small thing, but it's a nice thing to do. We already had a Thanksgiving get together with a barbecued turkey. Delicious. Wonderful. Memories of families bringing the goods to dinner. I see skies of blue, lots of food on my dinner table for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Sense of raised chickens and rotisseries. Turkey or tacos was a question. Tuesday or Thursday? What's the question? That's 2 different days. By the way, when I hear people see people doing tacos on Tuesday, I'm like, I do tacos whenever the hell I want. Tuesday ain't driving me to have a taco. If I want a taco and it happens to be a Tuesday, perhaps I'm having a taco. But if I want a taco and it's a Monday, I don't care. I'm eating my taco. Zzz. What a wonderful world. Going to hear some good news this week. Are we? Okay. Co-workers used to bring homemade tamales. I love some homemade tamale. I love me some homemade tamales made in the corn husk. Gotta have it in the husk. Gotta have it in the husk. Not too much of the damn masa. You know what I mean? You don't want too much of masa. You want some masa. You want the pork or chicken in there, and you want them cooked just right. Little salt and pepper, some salsa. Oh yeah, and a little tamales. I just had some tamales the other day. Thanks, Lois. I need it. Good precious. My husband always ruined the holidays, so I never got very excited about them. Tina, my lord. Well, that's a horrible thing. Well, how did he ruin the holiday? Sorry to hear that. Uh-huh. Brian says, Carol, I hope they aren't the Bumbus's dogs from Crescent. Okay. That's funny. I eat tacos when I want to. I don't think I've ever eaten them on Tuesday. Tina, hats off to you. The whole Taco Tuesday thing is a farce. 3 Dog Night. Yes, it will be. Yes, it will, Margie. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint everybody tonight. Sing a 3 Dog Night song. It's been a 3 Dog Night. Let me see. I can't even think of one offhand. 3 Dog Night songs. Gotta get my juices going here. Let's see. 10 3 Dog Night songs. Let's see. Eli's coming. Easy to be hard. Mama told me not to come. Out of the world, out in the country. Why can't I even find one that I remember? Oh, one? Is that the same song? Number one is the loneliest number that I ever do. Number one is the loneliest number. Let me see if that's number one lyrics. Number one is the loneliest number. Is that the right song? Song. I have a feeling it's not. No, it is. There we go. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No is the saddest experience. This is too downer of a song. The last thing we need is this freaking downer song. Uh-oh, somebody's making fun of me. Oops. All right. No more singing tonight. No more singing tonight. That's it. Cut off. Joy to the world. Yep. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Ribbit. He was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but he always had some mighty fine wine. Jeremiah was a bullfrog that was a good friend of mine. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Sometimes I just want to get the words right. Jeremiah was a bullfrog in it. He was a good friend of mine. But never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. Oh, that's it. I always said he always had some mighty fine. Oh, he does. And he always had some mighty fine wine. Singing joy to all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that. I happen to like a bad Leroy Brown. He's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town, badder than the old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. A joke. Why are frogs so happy all the time? Because they eat whatever bugs them. Ah! Okay, can you sing Tom Petty Wildflowers in honor of my little brother? In honor of my little brother, Randy. Wildflowers. Lyrics. Tom Petty. I don't know the words, but yeah. I don't know the words. I'm not able to sing it. But I will say this. May your little brother Randy rest in peace. Sorry to hear for your loss. Sorry for your loss. Very sorry for your loss. And my nephew, who overdosed in July, is now living in a sober living house in Wilmington and working at a car wash. He's doing good. That's good to hear. You should call him up and say, cheer him up and say, working at the car wash. Working at the car wash. Working at the car wash. How about the 8-ball? Okay, somebody, what'd you ask about the damn 8-ball? Let's see. Ask the 8-ball if Ukraine war. Well, yeah, this war needs to freaking end. I'm tired of it. Will the Ukraine war end soon? It says ask again later. President Trump is working hard to get this one done. Wow, I think I'm thinking Wildflower. I keep thinking of the Stone song. I can't even think of the song. I'm sorry. You deserve somewhere you feel free. Yeah, me too. Yeah. All right, man. I'll tell you what. It's amazing. It's amazing how these Sundays just fly by. This is the slow version. Shed a tear 'cause I'm missing you, and it's still okay to cry, to smile, to do whatever you like. The Punisher's been here for a while. Anyway, Scrooge Inside Bulger. We'll talk to you later. Bye.